On a normal day, most Americans have sandwiches and fruit for lunch. But today, SIU wanted to make things a little more international. As the team gets ready for off-season training, Coach Malls is very excited for the brand new season. Thank you, Maggie. Coming up next in sports, the Saluki men's basketball team got revenge this weekend, and the women's basketball team was in Iowa. You're watching Evening Edition on WSIU. Well, coming up, the men's basketball team squared up against Conference Elite Loyola yesterday. And who told these residents to jump in the lake at this time of year, or rather why? Find out when we return at River Region Evening Edition. Coming up, Saluki baseball opened up conference play over the weekend, and how is your bracket looking after the Final Four? We'll be right back after this quick intermission on WSIU. Saluki softball got their fall season started a few weeks ago and looked like they haven't missed a beat at all. Saluki men's basketball team returned to the arena for a Sunday showdown against Loyola.
My mustache froze when I was walking to class.
It's crazy. It's like the other day it was warm and now it's cold.
In the month of February, people expect cold temperatures, but here in Southern Illinois, it's a lot different.
Our winters are variable, and the reason being is that we're getting different sources of our air masses. So we may get a very cold, dry air mass followed by a relatively warm, moist air mass, and the mixing creates all different types of precipitation, not just rain.
As of January 30th, parts of the Midwest have witnessed record-breaking cold temperatures, including parts of central and northern Illinois, even though it was not a huge factor for southern Illinois.
This is pretty much normal for us to stay warm or stay cold for any long period of time during the winter is kind of unusual, and we probably need to have like snow on the ground that sticks around for a while before we're going to stay cold for a long period of time.
This crazy weather has brought rain, snow, and sleet, and not only is it a problem for the Midwest, but also a problem for the roads.
It's a little scary though. I don't know what's exactly happening, but yeah, I think it could have something to do with the salt deterioration coming through there. So yeah, it has been worrying me a little bit.
The Carbondale City Works Department is in charge of closing roads for flooding and fixing potholes, but they are reminding drivers to be aware of these situations.
I mean, there's always concerns as a driver, you know, whenever you're getting winter weather. I just caution drivers to slow down, take your time. You can usually get where you're going, but pay attention, drive slow.
And SIU students are using more caution when they get behind the wheel.
It was super slippery. I actually slid in my car and ran up a curb. That was kind of scary. And that was just pulling out of the parking lot. Like I was idling out of the lot.
Officials say this time of year, drivers need to be ready for any type of weather.
If you're watching the forecast, be informed of what's coming, because we can rapidly go, as you know, from rain and lots of it to snow in a very short period of time and vice versa. So the best thing to do is to keep yourself informed.
For Evening Edition, I'm Patrick Codo. SIU's Inter-Greek Council hosted its 72nd annual Theta Xi Variety Show over the weekend, where fraternities and sororities got together to put on a performance. Last year, Theta Xi did not have a performance due to time constraint, but this year, students were glad it got another chance.
Honestly, I thought it was pretty cool to bring back the tradition, because after last year, I wasn't sure where it was going to go, if it was going to end, or like I said, I'm glad we brought it back.
It was kind of a little upsetting because we had started working on our dances and we had gotten part of the way through, and then they told us they canceled it, and I was really bummed out because I was just starting to get the hang of it.
When Theta Xi first began in 1947, it wasn't started by the Inter-Greek Council.
Originally, it was just a student-led organization thing, and eventually it was absorbed into the office of what is now the Office of Student Engagement and the Inter-Greek Council.
Not all Greek organizations participated in the event, but for people like Kevin Krenz, he believes that this event is huge for Greek life at SIU.
I can see that there's a lot of positive light to Greek life itself, and I think it's a great way to expand yourself. It doesn't matter what letter you are, and you know, doesn't matter the letter, we're all Greek together, and you know, I like to see events like Theta Xi happen because it's a great way for all different organizations come together as one.
Alpha Gamma Delta and Kappa Alpha Order won the overall event, but competition was not just the main thing.
a lot of people across the campus can come together. Even though it is a competition, really the main goal is to have fun and for everybody to be able to work together and just have one big night of showing off our abilities.
For the ones involved or just wanted to watch, they believe that Theta Xi is a great experience.
It was so much fun. You just you meet so many different people you might not have met before, and you get to go together for a good cause and, you know, have fun.
For Evening Edition,
Go Dogs.
I'm Patrick Codo. The Varsity Theater is known well for its bright-up lights, fantastic paintings, but tonight, SIU students took over this amazing facility for a special occasion. SIU hosted its 41st annual Big Muddy Film Festival. The week-long event is run by students who have the chance to show their films they have created. Although this year, students want to expand the festival throughout Carbondale.
So the Varsity is just such a cool location. They show some awesome films here through the year, so we naturally wanted to partner up with them and get involved. And so we reached out to them, and we are really glad that they're kind of hosting the festival this year.
For SIU students in attendance, they knew they were in for a good treat.
This is a really amazing thing we have going on here, not only at Carbondale, but at SIU. Not all universities have this, and I'm really glad that we have this opportunity to catch all these films, so definitely come out if you have the chance.
One of the films shown was Don't Forget Me by SIU alum Jackie Spinner. Her goal was to tell a story about autism since her two sons are diagnosed with the disability.
And I couldn't get a school that would accept them because of their diagnosis. So I knew that autistic children in Morocco didn't have a right to go to school, and I set out to make a film about that.
After the showing, she believes that she hasn't been more proud of her work ethic.
It's an honor to be back here. It was an honor to be selected for the film festival. I never imagined that I would have a film here when I would go to the festival when I was a student, and it's great to be back in Carbondale.
For Evening Edition, I'm Patrick Codo.